As we have seen in a past video, oats are well known around the world. Do you know all of its benefits? Watch the suggested video if you want to learn more. Oats can be found in many people's breakfast. It is a cereal rich in fiber and can be found as a flour, rolled oats, or oat bran. Although many people think oats contain gluten, it doesn't. However, most of its production happens in places that also process wheat, which makes oats to be considered a dangerous food for people with celiac. In this process, cross-contamination happens. So if you are celiac but want to eat oats, it is important to be sure that there is no cross-contamination. Buy gluten-free oats, which must be labeled as so to avoid contamination. That said, in today's video, we will tell you 3 reasons to not eat oats. Has avenine. Have you ever heard of avenine? Avenine is a protein from the same family as gluten, which is why it can cause some similar symptoms in some people. But it seems like the issues with avenine are less common and less serious than the ones caused by gluten. Contains phytates. Phytate, or phytic acid, is an anti-nutrient that links to many minerals, reducing their bioavailability to our body. This way, even though oats are rich in minerals such as iron, zinc, and copper, the presence of phytates hinders the absorption of most of these minerals. Has lectins. Today, after many studies, we know that grains and some tubers have lectins on their surface, which are chemical substances that protect the grains from attacks of microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites, but are toxic for our bodies. Even when the foods are cooked, lectins remain toxic for the body and may trigger allergies, inflammation, and leaky gut, and may even cause some autoimmune diseases. And if that wasn't enough, lectins can also cause diseases in the nervous system, such as depression, panic syndrome, obsessive-compulsive disorder, bipolar disorder, in particular, hyperactivity. Lectins can be found in all foods, although the quantity varies. Groups of food that contain the most toxic lectins are grains, wheat and wheat germ, but also quinoa, rice, buckwheat, oats, rye, barley, millet, and corn. Beans, all kinds of beans. Letting them soak helps to reduce the toxins. Also soy and peanuts. Dairy, milk and byproducts, especially the ones made from milk of animals fed with grains and no pasture. The lectins get even more toxic after the milk is pasteurized. Solanaceae, also known as nightshades, are the vegetables that grow at night, such as potatoes, tomatoes, eggplants, and bell peppers. To avoid the high toxicity of lectins, these vegetables must be consumed only when well ripe. Besides that, it is recommended that none of these foods is consumed before being soaked, sprouted, or fermented. Taking all these things into account, does it still make sense to say that eating oats is healthy? Well, comparing it to other grains, oats might be better than wheat and worse than rice, and even so, oats require way more processing than rice. So if you were trying to eat better, you can find foods that are tastier and more nutritive than oats. Of course, you can still eat oats, but in moderation, since it still carries some interesting benefits to our health. Now tell us, do you eat oats? Do you like oats, or do you prefer to stay away from it? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more recipes and tips, subscribe to the channel.